Rituals. Rituals range from many different cultures, religion and regions. But they all have the same goal. A form of passage to achieve the goal. Whether it be becoming a man, earning or giving respect, coming together as one, hunting or a long-going tradition. Western-based society has moved away from these rituals, where we are lazy and don't see the point of going through the task. Tribes base their culture around these rituals. It shapes their community and how they work as a colony. The tradition may be painful on the verge of torture, and we go, well, why would they do that? What you have to understand is that from birth they are taught to be tough, fearless and most of all respectable. Something that we wouldn't understand due to the freedom of how we grow up. It would almost be an unrecognizable way of life. Initiations. One of which is the Satyr Ma bullet ant glove, performed by a tribe in the northern area of Brazil, where a Satyr Ma man has to put gloves laced with the ant that has the most painful sting in the world. It's the worst sting a human can tolerate. They do this so they can make the transition between boy and man. For preparation, the ants are intoxicated. While they're unconscious, the tribe weaves the stingers facing inwards of the glove. The boys as young as 12 will willingly put their hands into the gloves for up to 5 minutes, even though the venom and the pain stays there for hours. The Mandan hook hanging ritual. Located in North Dakota, has a tradition that is considered to be torture. A Mandan man must cleanse himself for 3 days of any imperfections before the ritual. Then he will have wooden spikes impaled into him so that he can hang from the ceiling. While he is hanging, he will be impaled with more spikes with the heads of his passed away relatives to give him their spirits. After he is unconscious after blood loss, he will be woken up and must run around while the spikes get ripped out of him. Only then he can call himself a man. Matas hunting trials. A tribe on the border of Peru and Brazil lays the Matas tribe. A tribe that believes dripping plant juice into eyes, injecting frog poison, whipped and being slapped with poisonous leaves, is a good way to prove fitness and strength. The tribe is known for its expertise in hunting, and if a man can't live up to the challenges of the jungle, then he won't be able to hunt. Marriage rituals. The Maasai wedding ritual. The Maasai ritual is quite a happy and celebratory wedding, and one to remember. There's singing, chanting and dancing. The groom pays the bride's father a bride price, usually a cow. The village woman then takes the bride to get her dress, which consists of a traditional Maasai beaded necklace. The marriage is held in public and has no religious ties to it, but it is not seen as an official marriage under the Kenya government. Chinese wedding customs. The Chinese see marriage as a must and not as an option. If you're a woman in your 30s who is still single, you will be made fun of. There are requirements in becoming an eligible bachelor. For example, you need to be earning $750 a month. With 10 million couples getting married every year in China, you can imagine it being quite a frenzy. eHarmony and websites like that like to take the idea to another level, where there are marriage markets, where there are rows and rows of people speed dating. Christian wedding rituals. You can imagine that getting the gift of marriage in God's house will probably be the most exciting thing for a practicing Christian. It's more of an initiation because they get to have sexual relations with their partner and get to build a family. Before there were written rules, it was a lot more informal to get married, where you can do it anytime, anywhere, as long as the couple verbally promised to one another that they were together. The qualifications are: one of them has to be baptized, one of them has had their grandparent married there, one of the couples attended chapel service for 6 months, and one of the parents has attended service for 6 months. Death, burial rituals. The Mongolia-Tibet sky burial. The sky burial is a unique ritual where the deceased bodies are chopped up into chunks so that it can be taken up into the heavens. They believe people have spirits so that when their body and empty vessel dies it simply just needs to be removed. The vultures are seen as the angels of the tribe where they take the bodies into the heavens to get reincarnated. Balinese cremation. This ceremony has the same concept with the dead being reincarnated. But instead the Balinese burn the bodies to continue their cycle of birth, life, death, repeat. They must be released from their past body, and in order to do this they must light the deceased body on fire in a Balinese cremation ceremony, or also known as the Ngaben ceremony, meaning turn to ash. If the person lived a good life he will not be burned but will simply pass the cycle of life and death. This is called a Moksha. The turning of the bones in Madagascar, or a Fumadaana. The turning of the bones is not so much a sad day but one to celebrate. The tribe believes that the soul connected to the body doesn't leave until it is completely deceased. So every 2 to 7 years they remove the bodies from the crypt to talk, celebrate, share stories and have lunch just like they were regular people. This festival is one that goes for 2 days where people all over the lands come to attend. It's a chance for people to connect with past family members. There is a connection between every one of these traditions, rituals, ceremonies and cultures. They all care very much about their health, the future, the people of the tribe.